Hi there, it's Mark here again. I've got Rob on the camera.
Hello!
And as you can see, I've got a brand new Super Astute Riri 2018. Thanks, Rob.
Wow!
Right, well, it's a bit of a surprise for me because I didn't order this.
No.
No, because the good old RC junkie contacted me, I think it was on New Year's Day, Rob, and he said, I've got a donation winging its way to you. And it's something to help with speed runs. So I think that was a bit of a red herring, Bob. Anyway, this had arrived a few days ago, and I opened it, and oh my God, I nearly fell over with shock. I mean, I've wanted one of these for a long time. In fact, when it first came out in 2018, I just started up the hobby again. Been in it, got a few models, and I saw this, and I looked at it at first. I thought, yeah, I like that, but it's a bit expensive, and a lot of money for a rear-wheel drive buggy. And then a few weeks passed, and I went back and I had a look at the specs and thought, you know what? That is actually a lot of car for your money. It looks like that thing's going to be good fun off-road, which it's designed for, obviously. So I went to order it from Time to Models, and they'd sold out. And they've been sold out ever since, until they've just re-released it again, Rob.
Right.
And now, thank you, RC Junkie, for said, because I genuinely, this is one that I really wanted for the collection. So what a donation, and thank you. I can't thank you enough. Thank you again, and thank you. Okay then, so yeah, this is the Super Astute, which was a re-release of the original Astute that came out in 1991, I think, dude.
Right.
So it's been updated and everything.
Yeah.
And it's got like bearings and all sorts in there, and a carbon chassis. So let's...
Weird front tyres.
Weird front tyres. They look cool to me. Let's get it out the box then. Right then. Are you ready, dude?
Yep.
Here we go. Oh, look at that. You don't have to stand up. Are you going to stand up? You're standing up.
Stand up.
Right. Look at that, dude.
See in the box of that.
It's the proper presentation, isn't it? When you get your big box of bits, look, and you get your body in the middle with a nice... It's got the name underneath there again.
It does.
Looks like it's upside down. What's going on there? And you get your bits on the side. Yeah. So, where should we start, Rob?
Bags, I reckon.
You reckon bags? But should we do the body after?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll look at the body after. So let's make a bit of room. Right, we've got a bag, we've got tyres, we've got Stardish wheels, dude.
Oh, yeah.
We've got more plastic bits. Right, I'm going to quickly open these up, dude. Right, yeah then, Rob. Got most of them out there, haven't we? But first things first, got to be done. I've opened up a hole for the nose. Are you ready? Yeah. Another 4 tyre sniff. Let's see if the Astute tyres are any good. Oh, it's definitely a pungent smell, that is, dude. I don't know if it smells of release agent or something like that. Have a sniff of that, mate. Oh, can you smell it? It's like plastic. It's very, very unusual, different.
Yeah.
It's so we've got the ribbed for pleasure, Rob. Ribbed and spikes. Look at that, dude. Wow. That's a new. So it's just got the one rib actually. Look, and then spikes. They look pretty cool. It's just for cooling though, isn't it? Because they don't provide any traction. Obviously, they're just side-to-side grips. All you need, and some nice spiked for the rears.
Yep.
Right then, we've got shocks. Apparently, these are very nice shocks. So you've got the shock body. You've got your 4 sets there, front and back.
All right.
So we've got what looks like to be the rear hubs, dude. As you just correctly said. But, we've got some brackets here. I don't know what those are for. For attaching something to the chassis, probably. Yeah. We've got the front and rear suspension arms, or lower wishbones, as we call them, Rob? Over here in England. And again, you've got the 3 positions for mounting your shocks, which is cool.
Cool.
Ball ends.
Thank you.
We got stock steering servo saver parts there. We've got some gearbox parts, some gears here, and I don't think that that white is the spur that's used. One thing to point out is that in this, I think there's a lot of the parts for the original Astute that aren't used in this Super Astute, so I don't think that's the spur gear we're going to use. Tiny though, Rob. Look at that for the diff case. Looks very, very small because it hasn't got bevel gears, has it? This one. We'll have a look at that in a bit. Plastic parts. I think these are the battery mounts.
Yep.
I think that's the stay for the front shock tower. I think battery strap, some little clips, more plastic parts. This looks like front suspension mount, do you think there?
Yeah.
And more bracket steering parts here. And then finally, for something that this mentions on the box, it's got TTC. Rob,
Yeah.
which we think is Tamiya traction control, which in the normal world is just a slipper clutch.
Yeah.
So that's your clear cover, so you can see the slipper clutch and you can get to the adjustment screw or the adjustment nut there. Right, my favourite bit, Rob. I like the big box. Do you like a big
long
box? We like big box.
Ooh, definitely.
Right, let's swap that over because there's a bit of a shadow, isn't there, dude? Right then, let's get this open. Here we go. And this is the goodies in it. All the goodies are in here.
Oh, yes.
So, first things first. Look at that. That's a 2.5mm FRP plate.
Wow.
Fibre reinforced plastic, is that?
Yep.
And it's all countersunk and that, which is really nice to see. But there's something that is going to help this keep nice and posh in it. But we'll look at that in a bit. More plasticky bits. That's your gearbox, Rob. Look how teeny tiny that is. It's one of the smallest gearbox housings I've ever seen.
Yeah.
We've got this bracket here, which I think holds one of the spindles, I think, for one of the gears, I think.
Right.
And that there, dude, is a cap that you can unscrew to take the diff out for maintenance. So that's a really nice touch.
Yeah.
Ripper! Again, plastic parts. These are flexible stuff. So I think that's probably a bumper and that's a rear bumper. So it needs to be a bit more flexible, as I say. I don't think these parts are used, like I said. I think these are for the original Astute battery, and that looks like a mechanical speed controller holder.
Yeah.
So that'd be for a servo for the speed controller, maybe.
Could be.
Anyway, we'll find out. And finally, a big super bag of metal bits, and they're always my favourite bits. And there are a lot of metal parts in this kit, which what raises it above your run-of-the-mill stuff.
Yeah.
So you'll get upset again, won't you, if I start going
don't mind.
from E? I'm going to go from A, Rob, just to keep you happy. So parts bag A, right. Looks like front suspension. So we've got FRP,
Yeah.
shock tower. There's lots and lots of little bushings in there. I think those go for the stainless steel hinge pins on the suspension. They all run in these little brass bushings, which is really cool. You got your ball joints. You got your front steering knuckles there,
Yeah.
and yeah, various other bits and bobs. Parts bag B. First thing we see is the AW grease for the transmission. There's your spur,
Yeah.
which is going to be on the slipper clutch, and look at that metal. I'm going to have to open it, Rob.
Wow.
Oh, I want to see that. Ooh, lovely. Look at the machining on that, dude. CNC machined, and it's alloy, nice and light. That's beautiful. And as you can see, lots of these spaces and whatever, they're all in metal on this kit.
Yeah.
You've got some, they look like brass gears for probably for the diff, tiny little gears. Yeah, lovely machined. Oh yeah, those are the planetary. You got that, Rob?
Yeah.
Those are the planetary gears, aren't they? Look how tiny they are.
Yeah.
Obviously, because it's that little diff case. So yeah, these are all for your transmission, I think. Got some nice bearings in there. And there are the parts for your slipper clutch. Look, and there's a spring and the shaft. Really nice, that is. You can see some quality stuff in here, dude.
Yep. No asbestos in that.
Don't even joke about that. Who said Traxxas? Not me. I'm not laughing. Never bought a Traxxas in my life.
No.
Never
not
will.
me.
Never will. Right. Parts bag C. We're getting there, Rob. Ball ends, tape. And looks like I'm going to have to open it, aren't I?
Oh,
We do an unboxing. We want to do a proper one so you can see what's going on. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. More FRP. That looks like a rear shock tower, maybe, or part of. Wow. Look at that. They're really well made, you know. Feel really nice. And of course, it's
think so for the price.
strong and very light. Oop, dropped it. Nuts and bolts and stuff and spacers and E-clips and metal drive cups, O-rings, more gears. No, yeah, so we got gears. That's a pinion. Oh, it's a 0.5 module pinion gear, isn't it? It looks like we've got the wheel drive there. They've got splines on instead of holes in them, dude.
Yeah.
Interested to know, you've got ball bearings, and then you've got your dog bones there, your metal dog bones.
Cool,
all in steel. Box bag D! Rob's told me to open. No, do I need to open this? Yeah, I've opened the others. I'm going to open it.
You're going to try and open it.
Proper unbox. It's hard to get into some of these bags, isn't it? Okay. Right then. So, springy. Nice light springs for the front, which is excellent because there's no weight on the front of this car, is there? But they're about the softest springs I've ever seen, dude. But knowing Tamiya, they've got the sums right, and they should be just right. There's your much thicker rear ones, of course.
Yeah.
We've got some more brass bushings, dude, and I think I've heard that these are for the front wheels. You don't get bearings for the front, which is like crazy, isn't it?
It is.
What's going on there, Tamiya? You've got all this other goodness going on, all these metal parts, all these bearings. You're going to stick them in for the wheels? Luckily, I think I've got some spares, dude.
Cool.
Bits for the shock caps there, and obviously the O-rings for the shocks. Foam, nuts and bolts, and you've got the metal 12mm hexes, which have got splines. They don't run on the little pin, and lots of little different spacers there, and what looks like pins for the shock, or the shafts for the shock. Cool. I think we've got a spanner and some soft damper oil. Nice big bottle of that.
Yep.
Missed that, Rob. Don't know what that is. Oh, I think it might be a mount for the rear wing. I think.
Right.
Could be wrong, but it's my guess.
Yes, I was wondering what that was.
And the last bag, which I won't open, is just some R-clips and some Velcro. I think that's for attaching the top. Oh, yeah. Oh, attaching the top to the bottom part of the body.
Yes.
Right then, dude. So the last thing here is the body itself. Beautiful body. Yes. I do like the shape of this. I'm struggling to get these apart, look, because you get an under tray, and so you've got some kind of countersunk parts of the polycarbonate there. So that'll go underneath and keep all the dust and crap out. Brilliant, because when we've cut this out, that'll slot over the top, won't it?
I think so.
So it does fit perfectly. Yes. Which is, I think the Velcro is for that, isn't it?
I think so, yes.
For attaching the side of the body to the under tray. And yeah, so look forward to that, and get some nice white paint, or I might even get the white pearl, Rob. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, does look nice, that I've got to say, and I don't know why more cars don't come, or more kits don't come with the under tray. I think that's a brilliant idea. Yeah. So it protects all the underneath, keeps all the crap out, again inside the chassis itself, and if it gets trashed later on, it's quite a cheap fix, then it, and you'd be back to like new, just for the cost of an under tray. Anyway, there you go. Just at the bottom here, dude, you've got a lovely manual. I won't go through that now, but yeah, that's going to come in handy because I've never built one of these before. And look at that. I'll have to tone down the video. That's one of the brightest sticker kits you've ever seen. Oh, sorry, decal sets. But just pull that out there. Look at that, Rob. Whoa. Looks even brighter now we've got it out of that plastic packaging. Beautiful. Going to enjoy sticking those on. Not too many of them, but I think it's going to look rather fetching out in the sunshine. Oh, sorry, caught me having another fix. Sorry about that. Yeah, so that's all the stuff you get in the kit. Just to show you what I've got to go with this. You need a low-profile servo. So I've bought this Endura, I think it's called, Rob. 14 kilograms, supposed to be really fast. Like the look of that. So hopefully that'll go in and do its job. And to power this thing along, because it's such a generous donation to the channel, I thought I'd splash out a little bit. Never bought one of these before. Guess what I've bought to power it along? Dun, dun, dun. Yes, it is a motor, and it's a super stock TZ.
Wow.
There's a TZ and the RZ. I went for the TZ because what I could read was it gets a bit more punch from lower revs. It doesn't quite spin as fast as the RZ or BZ. But I think this should go really well in this, and I think this little beauty deserves a decent motor, and of course it's got to be a Tamiya for a Super Astute. So anyway, there you go. So, you know, I've got to say it again, thank you so much to the RC Junkie for this. It's massively appreciated, and that kind of thing just shows how good this community is, and without people like this, I wouldn't really have that much content, because, you know, it's an expensive hobby. Especially when you're retired. But so yeah, massively appreciated. I appreciate you all from watching. Thank you for that, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye. Was that actual all right or no?